Alright, folks, let's start off with this trailer for the actual movie that's on the CD. So, evidently, they based this game off this uh, Land of the Dead movie that I think I've seen it. I seem to remember seeing it, but I didn't know they made a game for it. It mainly looks like a bit of a kind of a first-person shooter, just kind of rolling through some different levels. Where there's zombies and stuff. It doesn't look like it's too in depth and that there's a real deep story involved, but I actually played it for the first time last night, and then I thought it was alright. I went online and looked at some of the gamer scores and stuff that people had given it, and they gave it kind of a poor, rating, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, really, it's just it's a first-person shooter with, zombies and stuff. They were saying it was a little monotonous or whatever, but I think the real selling point of it was supposed to be the multiplayer.
It all started like this. I just finished feeding the hogs when the power went out. That happens from time to time out here in the country.
Starts off with a little bit of a cinema backstory.
I didn't think too much of it at the time. Later that day, I noticed
the buttons were a little bit of a trial and error for me, so you might see sometime where it looks like I'm just standing there. So I'm trying to figure out how to switch the weapon to a different weapon or something, and I finally figured out that you have to use the directional pad to switch the weapons, and that you use the two sticks to control your character, and then there's a jump button and a shoot. Your right trigger's your shoot. Your left trigger, I think, is a block, and then an action button and a jump button. They were saying on the stuff that I read for the review that the music, they didn't like the music. I thought the music, at least in this first part, was pretty atmospheric. I didn't have a problem with it. They said they thought it was a little... I don't know what problem they had with the music, but I thought it was fine. There, I'm trying to figure out what the action button is. I'm swinging again, but basically, it tells you to go out and investigate that guy. But I was like, screw that! I ain't going out there without a weapon. And then once you come upstairs, it says, "Well, plans have changed. Why don't you get your shot or your rifle out of the attic?" And it's like, okay, so you come up here. I'm still trying to fool with the buttons a little bit, but you get the you get the rifle eventually, and you have a decent amount of ammo, but I ran out fairly quickly. And you don't know if they came in the house or not. You're not sure what's going on yet with that. I was wanting to hunt around for some more ammo, which, how can you blame me, really? But I thought it controlled fine. I don't know why it got such a bad review. At least what I saw, it was like a 32 on Metacritic, and people were giving it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. But I didn't think it was that bad at all, really. Maybe it's because it's based on a movie. I don't know. People tend to think that the movie games aren't as up to snuff as, like, a developed title or whatever. But, they could see another guy coming. I thought, your field of view was fine. The zombies are, they do different things. They're mainly, they just walk at you, but like the torso will crawl after you and stuff sometimes, and depending on what part of the zombie, like if I shot it in the knee or whatever, it'd go down. I think it was kind of like that, so I thought that was kind of cool. And now we're out of ammo. And it's like, you need to get your key from the basement for the shed. I'm like,
Where's my shed?
that's
key in the
exactly what I thought. Why is the shed key in the basement? I didn't know if there's more guys coming either. There is a run button as well, but I didn't figure that out till after I'd been playing it for almost this whole length of the gameplay. I was looking to see if I couldn't find a button layout to tell me what to do, but it didn't. And of course, I'm too lazy to actually take out the instruction booklet I care so much that I have when I buy stuff. I want it there, goddammit, but I'll be damned if I'm going to look in it if I need the information. It says one zombie, and here I am trying to figure out how to switch the damn weapon.
I don't know how I switch back to my fists.
Sometimes I do commentate on the actual video, and I'm doing an over commentary, so I might talk over my own self. But for the majority of it, I'm sitting quiet while I'm playing, so I thought I'd fill the dead air with rambling. See, but this dude just plodding along, trying to get, he's doing damage. I'm half damage. You can tell by the little man icon on the lower. I couldn't figure out where the basement door was, but I had already been to it once. It lets you through it the second time you go to it. It's like it's leading you kind of where you need to go. Here I am once again trying to check, see if I can't figure out, how to switch my gun to my fists again. Just so I can punch this guy. Now there's two of them. Circle background into the house. Now the door's open. I thought it was cool. I mean, it just reminds me of a, Doom-esque first-person shooter with zombies, I mean, I didn't think there was anything much more that needed to be said about it. There's that damn shed key, and here they are. What's kind of freaky about it, you don't know if there's more guys upstairs. You don't know if more guys have showed up and are, outside. You just kind of, every blind corner could be, something freaky. I think I was playing it on easy as well. I wasn't really going to put myself out there too much. There's that gun. Yep. Here they come again. Just let them get in as close as you can. You know the rules. There we go. Reload, buddy. There we go. Pick up the health thing. Once I started getting the hang of the buttons, it was a lot easier to kind of figure out what I wanted to do. Oh, that guy's got a little speed to him. Or her. I think it's just, yeah, there's just like a set number of dudes, and then it's kind of cuts to the next part. So remember, folks, if you're trying to switch your weapons on this game, it's the directional pad. Would have saved me a lot of that backing into a corner and getting hit. And
it was them or me. Poor devils looked like they fell in a septic tank and festered for a few days. I'd never killed no one before, so I sure was real spooked. I decided to head over to my neighbor's.
Oh, good idea.
I just didn't feel safe hanging around here.
No kidding, I wouldn't either. So now you're going to make your way through this cornfield. I didn't make it all the way through. But as you can see, I didn't think of, I didn't have a problem with the music. I thought they were pretty generous with the life. I didn't think that they killed you too easy or anything. It's a pretty cool little game. I enjoy it. I mean, I didn't know what to expect going in, but as far as I'm concerned, it was worth $15. Even though you could probably find it cheaper. I guarantee you could. Vintage stock usually with their last gen, and then this gen stuff is always pricier than if you go online or GameStop or something. But they're good for retro, like older systems and stuff. I think they're fairly reasonable. It's just like another maze, I think this guy kills me. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'm gonna probably get out of here, folks. I think my battery died on this, so we'll sign off.